Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. We are back live with another day to get better. It's May 2nd, 2024. So, welcome back to the Daily Dose, the number one morning mastermind for those trying to elevate and grow in your personal, professional, or entrepreneurial lives. Let's hop right into the verse of the week. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 through 4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Been going through this week, and there's a lot of things in life that occur that make you remember that, this life ain't just about me, even though we want to make sure we're living our most optimal life or the best life that we can. It's still not only about us. It's just not. We have to be out here being of service. We have to be out here being helpful to others and helping others' lives be better as well, because we're all in a different um situation in life. We're all in a different uh place in life. We have the ability to help others. And this verse just, especially not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Like, what are other people around you needing that you can help them with, right? And making sure that we're not solely looking out for ourselves, making sure that we are understanding that God didn't put us here to only look out for ourselves, because he said he's going to bless us abundantly, which means we'll have the resources to bless other people as well, right? So in our path, in our walk with God, we got to make sure to remember that we are supposed to be helping others and not only looking towards ourselves. So, like I said, this verse is a game changer. Philippians 2, 3 through 4. It'll just help you to remember that um, we are here for a purpose, and it's bigger than us. Everything that we do is supposed to be bigger than us, even if it's just a family member or a friend, um, anything, but it's always just bigger than ourselves. So we'll hop into the business topic of the week, and that's going to be implementing a CRM. CRM, that stands for Customer Relationship Manager or Customer Relationship Management System. And we'll just go over why that's so important, because uh, we need it. So, number one, CRM, they help you with centralized contact management. So this is where you can take note of all of your contacts. So customers' emails, phone numbers, addresses. If you send out mail, you'll be able to uh, hop into just any type of information that you want to get for your customers. It'll all be in one place. And so and that's one of the main purposes of a CRM. That's the most simple form of what a CRM does. It is just your phone book, address book, and database for storing everything that you need to know about your customers. Next one is lead management and tracking. So as you get customers, whatever the type of business it is, you want to be able to identify the type of leads that you get, and you want to be able to track them so that you can manage them through a process to either get them to close or put them on a drip campaign, which we'll talk about, or you either want to just understand what that lead has been doing, and you can manage that lead and make sure that you're following up and make sure none of the leads that you get slip through the cracks. Right. That's the main thing, because everybody know that the goal is in the follow up. So we want to make sure that we don't let no leads go through without being touched. So this a CRM to help you track those leads. Next one is the sales pipeline management. So with lead management, you're going to send them through your sales pipeline, and that's going to be, how you go through um, the different stages of the sale. So it might be your first, and this depends, like it varies between business. It might be the first touch, and then you have a process for that, whatever that is. And you have the second touch, you reach out to them, talk to them about whatever. Maybe it's scheduling an appointment, maybe it's doing a presentation, maybe it's going to their house doing a consultation, whatever the case may be, whatever industry you're in, you're going to have a sales pipeline, and that's how you take your leads through that. It's so important to understand the step that your lead is in, or part of the pipeline that your lead is in, especially when you have a team, so that they can easily go in and see like, okay, this lead has been here, they're at this stage, and now they need to go to this stage, right? So having all of that stuff centralized is super, super important. And it allows you to have the ability to close more, be more effective in closing, because you're not following up with leads and you're saying like, oh, just repeating stuff that you already did, right? Or going back over stuff that you already did and you just know you're not asking repetitive questions, all that type of stuff. Customer communication and interaction. Most CRMs, like I said, you storing their phone number, you storing their emails, you storing on their social media. Some CRMs allow you to integrate live chat into your website, right? Where you can people can just reach out to you immediately through your website and you can respond back to them. But here is where you track all of that communication. So like I said, you can see in any email conversation what's already been talked about, what in any phone conversation. Some CRMs will give you the ability to record phone conversations with customers, right? They give you the ability to uh, allow you to create campaigns to send out to emails, right? Or send out to your customers, right? And then that's one of the main another good benefit is to house all of that customer communication and interaction in that CRM. And another benefit is to make sure that you're personalizing this stuff whenever, and it's not being general, right? When you can see and look at conversations from the past, you can understand kind of what that conversation has been about, and you can make sure that you're tailoring your future conversations to the past conversation. Another thing is to assign tasks. If you have a team, or even to yourself, you need something to get done based on the interaction that happened with the customer, you can assign tasks to those customers using CRMs. Super important for you to be able to have the ability to have processes in place to where, okay, we're in this step of the sales pipeline. Okay, this piece of mail needs to go out. Or we're in this step of the pipeline. We need to make sure we get them a phone call, talk about this, or whatever the case may be. You want to be able to assign tasks based on the type of lead it is, where the lead is at in the process, and there's a whole bunch of there's so much you can do in a CRM, but you got to tailor to your business to make sure you and that's why processes and systems are so important. So once you get the CRM in place, you start to understand more about how your business is structured and how you really go from acquiring a customer to closing a customer, and you can go narrow everything down that's in between and make sure that that is streamlined for you and is working efficiently. Customer segmentation is a huge, huge component. Is where you can outline your customers based on their demographic. You can outline customers based on their behavior on the website, the history of the pages that they went to, just so you can see the different things. And this is where you and the different forms that they filled out. Right. This is how you understand what that customer is specifically interested in as it pertains to your business and what you are offering. So it's another way, or another way that CRMs are beneficial. Customer segmentation. So that way, whenever you start to send out marketing campaigns, you will be able to have that information ready. It is going to be super simple for you to categorize people, and that's when we talked about sending out marketing campaigns. You can do your A and B split testing. That's where you can do your super personalized email because you already know exactly what those people are interested in according to what the data says. Another thing this helps with is customer service. It ain't nothing more um, annoying to me anyway when you have to call into some place and you just have to give them so much information. And it's like, don't you already know that? You should have this information. Anyway, it bothers me so much. But it is a way for you to just go ahead and connect. Like you said, the information is already there. You can see what they purchased. You can see all of these different things. and you can be able to help resolve a situation or a situation, yeah, resolve, come up with a solution for that customer's problem. So CRMs help with customer service as well. It helps you to be ready. Like I said, some of them even allow you to implement live chat into the website so that you can be more proactive in your approach to helping that customer. CRMs help with analytics and reporting. All the time we talk about data and how important data is, and CRMs help you collect that data. This is where all of this stuff is housed whenever you're doing your marketing campaigns, whenever you are just seeing the behavior that's on your website. You're seeing all the different interactions. You're seeing how many orders you have. This is also tracked on your customer relationship management system, right? So important to have all this information. It's not easy to track when you're doing a whole bunch of separate softwares to do this, but when you have one software that can house all this information, it'll help you out and make you a lot more efficient. And then you have integrations, right? Into CR, a lot of CRMs, and they have. I'm gonna go over a few general ones, but they have a lot of specific ones that are tailored to specific industries. And most of those CRMs can integrate to directly your website. So you don't have to have a website and then get the information from there and then manually take the information to the CRM. Most of the time, it just logs that information straight to the back end of your website, and all the information will just flow there, right? Or whatever system it is that you're using. Most CRMs integrate with so many different things so that you can be able to not have to manually do so much stuff. Salesforce is probably the number one CRM in the market right now. Depending on what you're going to be using it for, it can definitely get expensive because they use it for a wide variety of things. But Salesforce allows you for super robust customer relationship management. Then you have Zoho, which is more, I would say Salesforce is definitely for um, larger businesses. Zoho would be for your smaller businesses, but it's still a super effective CRM to use. They have a lot of different integrations. HubSpot, same thing. For smaller businesses, can be very, very effective and efficient. Then you have Microsoft Dynamics 365. That's for small and larger businesses because it can do just so many things. But like I said, these are some generic ones, or general ones rather, that help you. Yeah, you can tailor it to whatever industry. But if you just type in whatever industry you're in plus CRM, you'll find something that will be already created specifically for your industry. CRMs definitely help you max out and maximize the opportunities that you have. And the main thing is that that you be able to not leave any leads behind. That's the main thing. And our self-development topic for today, because we're trying to improve, is going to be examining our relationship with money. And most of us don't think about money as it pertains to having a relationship with it, but all of us have a relationship with money. And I learned this concept through reading a book called The Psychology of Money. Uh, and it just tells us, like, okay, based on our past experiences, based on our just the world around us, we all form our own perception of money and how it is. So, how to examine your relationship with money? Number one, reflect on your money mindset. Like, what are the things that's happened in your life that how do you feel about money, right? Like, do you think money is scarce? Do you think money is evil? Do you think money is fantastic? Do you think money is just a tool? Like, do you think money is everything? Like, examine your beliefs and your emotions about money. Like, when people talk about money, how does it make you feel, right? And not like money in general. Like, how does it make you feel, right? You want to think about those things and start to reflect on that, right? Consider how you was raised to think about money, right? Like I said, it was money taught to you like it was horrible. It was money taught to you like if you have it, then you probably did something bad to get it, or if you have a lot of it, rather. Like how was money talked about, in your household as you were growing up, right? Oh, and also think about any past experiences or traumas with money. This is like the first step to starting to realize um, how your mind thinks about money, and you'll start to see like, okay, I think this way because of this, right? Now you want to identify your current money habits. Like, how do you spend your money, right? Where does your money go? Like, how do you track that, right? What are your money habits? Identify 'em, because otherwise you just won't know, and it's just going to be coming and going, and you'll just never be able to get a grip on your finances, right? Even if you make a lot of money, if you don't understand what your money habits are, it just comes and it goes, right? And you just won't be able to really do anything super tangible with it. Now you want to examine your financial goals and values. I think the values are more important, right? Because if you say this is the values that I place on my money, then you can really establish your goals, and you can really set yourself up for success. Example of a value would be like, okay, um, I work hard for this money, so I'm not going to gamble, right? Or I don't think we should be wearing European designer clothes, so I'm not going to spend my money on that, right? Or I believe that I want to give back to my church, so I'm going to always tithe and give offerings, right? So those could be some examples of some values um, that you have with your money, and then you can start to go into really establishing your financial goals in your life. You want to confront any money taboos or shame. So if you have any feelings of shame surrounding money, you want to think about that, right? And don't be afraid to talk about money. I think in the Black community, we don't really talk, well, in my experience, we don't really talk about money like that. Everybody is like, don't talk about money, right? No, but like nobody talks about money. It's like it's so crazy to ask somebody how much money they have. And I don't think that that should be the case. I think it should be like, of course, you're not gonna just blurt out how much money you have all the time or anything like that. But if somebody is asking you that, more than likely they're close enough to you to be able to ask that question. And you should be able to give them some advice or share your experience with money without it being an issue, right? I think that, like I said, in my experience, Black people talking about money is like, bro, why are you talking about that? But I think that's another reason why we have such poor uh, financial literacy in our community is because nobody talks about money, and it's just money is just like food. It's just a resource for us to live. So it shouldn't be the same way we can talk about health and healthy eating. We should be able to talk about money and healthy money habits. You want to educate yourself about personal finance, retirement accounts, budgeting, investing, um, savings, all these things you want to educate yourself about. High yield savings accounts. You want to educate yourself about, just the things that you can invest in: real estate, cryptocurrency, stocks, alternative assets like precious metals, gold, silver, copper, just a whole bunch of different things. Educate yourself about personal finance, getting out of debt, right? All of these different things you want to educate yourself about. Super important. Practice mindful spending. This goes back down to your financial goals and your values, where you're not just spending money on just anything just because, and especially not to impress anybody else. You want to make sure that you are buying um, stuff that you want to spend your money on, and not that you're spending your money on stuff because you think other people are gonna like it, right? It's something, it's you spending it because you want to do it, and it's because you feel like, and you thought about it. You thought about it before you spend it. You're not just out here, oh, I got money in my pocket and I'm about to go blow it, right? Practice mindful spending as you're spending it, because money, another word for money is currency. Another word for currency is energy. And that's all it is. Money is just energy. And when you think about it like that, it really gets deep when you start to recognize that. And then lastly, is just to establish healthy money habits. right? So that goes back into educate yourself about personal finance. So some good money habits, well, it's not the last one, but some good money habits will help you. So as soon as you get your check, budget it. Set up automatic account. So as soon as you get your check, automatically goes into a savings account or automatically goes into your retirement account or automatically goes into an investment account, right? Don't make sure you another thing is to check your bank account every single day. That's something that I just started doing, and it helped me because I realized like I'm spending money on stuff that I forgot about, like certain subscriptions. Is like because sometimes they'll come snatch it, and you're like, yo, where did that money go? And it's like, oh, I didn't even know I was still paying for this. But it helps you to see like, oh, okay, that's where that money went. Because sometimes you can think you got like $200, and next thing you know, you got 50, and it's like, where did all that money just go? Um, and it's because you got subscriptions that you don't forgot about. But so establish some healthy money habits, habits that work for your own self. And the last thing, the most important thing in my opinion, is to practice gratitude and abundance. Instead of thinking about what you don't have, always be grateful for what you do have. And always know that there is a lot more that you can have that God wants you to have, and that money is not evil. The love of money is evil, is the quote. So remember that God wants us. God talks so much in the Bible about prosperity and abundance, and having whatever you want. So money is not bad. Plus, the Bible also says that we're supposed to be lenders and not borrowers. So God wants us to have money not only for ourselves, but like the verse says, us, but to look out for others and to be a blessing to other people. But we have to manage our money wisely. A good book to read about this is called The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a great book to read about it and to just get tapped in with this. It's a super short book, super simple read. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for today. Hope this was great for you. And we're just gonna close out the week tomorrow on a great note. Hope everybody has a super blessed Thursday. Right back at it at